once again. This time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seats. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Good morning, Southern Fried Podcast fans, and all of our people out there in Cornbread Nation, you breadheads. Oh, yes, it's hump day. How's
Yes.
this morning?
I'm fired up. I'm great. I hardly get wound down last night. I was just telling you off the air. I was at a community event for the local schools and just got fired up on some of the stuff that's going on. My heart was also touched just by some of the stories I heard about, some of the struggles we have in the county and what we're doing with it. But also last night, Rob, Travis Q. Middleton won the district school board. That was District 2, I think it was, or 3. I can't remember now. But he did win by convincing margin. I saw those totals late last night when I got in. Congratulations, you, Travis. I hope I don't know if he's up watching this morning, but I do hope that we can get him on, and soon I'm sure we'll be able to do that. But he came on with us a couple of times and spent a lot of time with us, and we appreciate that. And he did it, Rob. I'm proud of him, man. Great job.
Yes. He got his name out there. He came on here. He talked about himself, and got out to the people. And yeah.
And I want to say to his opponent, she made a choice not to do, and it wasn't just us, but I reached out multiple times trying to get her to come on, and I never got a response. And we're going to offer both sides the opportunity to come on in any race. Yeah. But we, obviously we had a background. We all came sort of from the same general, working man's background, and all worked at the same place at one time. And we just sort of identified with him. And I really, getting to know him, I really identified with what he was trying to do. I appreciate his passion, and never, other than seeing the platform that was mentioned from his opponent, never nearly knew what what she was about.
Yeah.
It was just standard stuff that was posted. He come out, and I think he told his story, Rob, just like you said. He told his story. People got to know him, and they've entrusted him in that area for school board, and I applaud him. Good job, man.
Yeah, and it's hard to trust somebody if you don't know anything about them, if you don't know them.
That's it. And we've been, preaching this for some time, and we've seen the problems in America with these school board meetings. Rob, we've seen those videos of people being drug out of them, being shut down. They try to shut the microphones off. They make threats. And I'm not saying that's every area. I'm certainly not. But what people said is I think there was a great call out there among the American people, and they said, you know what? I'm going to step up. I'm going to start running for some of these things. And a lot of the people, including him, a lot of the people across America that get on those school boards, they've never ran for any kind of office. And they just want to serve. And that's what America is based on, is people that want to step up and serve for a time and then step back into their regular life and live on. It's not meant to be career jobs. It's meant to serve your country, your community, your state, your county, city, whatever it is. And then let someone else step up and lead. But some of these people had sat there for years, and they became boards of dictatorship, if I might say it that way. And there's changes afoot in America, and Americans are sickened by this and what they've seen. And this is just everyday Americans that care about their kids. And when they questioned things that were going on in the schools, in some cases around America, they've just been shut down. Well, it's a new day, new sheriffs in town.
That's
and
right.
We're happy.
Well, I've got you got me fired up the other day when you told me to think about that whole enough is enough thing.
And we're going to stay on enough is enough too.
Now, I got you in enough is enough already this morning.
Good.
Fired up. You know who is enough is enough?
Who's that?
Fannie Willis or Fannie or whatever her name is.
They say Fannie, but I think it's actually Fonnie. But yeah, I've had enough of her too.
Okay. Well, it turns out that her whole stuff may just come right back and bite her right square on the buttock. And when I say buttock, I mean right square in the CY.
You got to say that like Forrest Gump if you're going to say
buttock. Right square in the talk. Judicial Watch filed a lawsuit on her because they accused her of having documents and communications between Jack Smith and the January
Yep.
6th committee.
They want that
And
turned over.
yes, she said, no, I don't have any. Well, they served her paperwork. It doesn't, I don't even know if she showed up for it. But her attorneys or whatever, said that, or she said that she was not served properly. She wasn't properly served. I mean, they brought a paper up there and said, hey, give us our stuff that we want. And the judge says every item and paragraph of the complaint were supported by proper and sufficient evidence. Here, this means plaintiffs have established that defendant violated the ORA by failing to either turn over responsive records or else notify the plaintiff of her decision to withhold some or all such records. And she has 5 business days, 5, count, to get those to the plaintiff, sir. So yeah, okay. So everybody else better enforce the law and go by the law, or she's going to come down on them. But the law doesn't apply to her if it's not done properly. Oh, come on, enough is enough. I've had enough of her wearing her dress backwards and everything else up there on the stage.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of people had enough. Gray goose, right? That's what she said. Gray goose. I'm more of a gray goose person, or something.
Yes,
I think that's what they call it. I don't even know what I know. I know it's some sort of alcohol, but I don't.
Yeah, and I've got one more this morning, and it's more of a shout out than enough is enough. Right. Enough is enough on Joe Biden, but this is a direct reflection back on that. The U.S. District Judge, Mark Scarsey, accusing Biden of rewriting history. And this is his words. The Constitution provides the president with broad authority to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States. But nowhere does the Constitution give the president the authority to rewrite history. Rather than providing a true and correct copy of the pardon with the notice, Mr. Biden has provided a hyperlink to the White House press release presenting the statement by the president regarding the pardon and the purported text of the pardon. In short, a press release is not a pardon. And as he later on, he says, the president asserts that Mr. Biden, he's talking about Hunter, was treated differently from others who were late paying their taxes because of serious addictions. This is saying, okay, kind of like saying, that he did pay his taxes, but late because he had addiction issues. So, but the thing is, he hasn't paid them. He has not paid them. So,
we've got a real problem in our country with a lot of politicians and others that think that they don't have to do those things, but use those federal entities to come down upon everyday Americans, for failures in their life or whatever, and things that they should do. And you should do that, but they don't. It's rules for thee, but not for me.
But the judge went back.
It's wrong.
He also said this, subject to the following discussion, the court assumes the pardon is effective and will dispose the case. The Supreme Court long has recognized that, notwithstanding its nearly unlimited nature, the pardon power extends only to past offenses. So is this going to stand up in court.
That I don't know. That gets into shaky ground when you're talking about those kinds of things, because there's not a lot of precedent, if any, out there for some of the questions that people have. And when it was flowing the other way, when they were talking about what President Trump might do regarding pardons in his first administration, even into now, there's not a lot of it's just ground that nobody's ever crossed. There's legal theories all over the place, but it's not been put to the test. So I don't know, but it's definitely going to be scrutinized, and it should be, because of what has occurred. And so,
well, we have to go back and issue a pardon to everybody, because, that does not make Hunter immune from testifying against other people. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to go back and pardon everybody. Have to. His whole
there's going to be some pardons come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he will on that case. Yeah, there's going to be a lot. And it's really going to be interesting.
This is like going.
There's also a couple of
throwing the ball down
like
the lane.
What?
This is just like going up the bowling alley and you're rolling the ball down the lane. And you just knocked the first pin over. That's Hunter. Now we got to get the other 9 pins knocked down, or however many. They're all going down. They're going to be pardoned. So
there's also a couple of one change, and there's possibly a different change. There was a lot of kickback against the Florida sheriff that he had appointed or nominated to the DEA because of his people said this guy back during COVID arrested a pastor who held service, and he bragged about it, and there was such a fervor about it. This guy named Chad Chronister, he's withdrawn his name to be head of the DEA. And there is talk this morning, there's a lot of rumors flying across the news cycles that Pete Hegseth that Trump is mulling replacing him with DeSantis from Florida. And again, it comes down to the votes. And what I've read is there's 6 Republicans that are not wanting to vote. They're going to come up short on Pete. Now, I'm sure they're working that hard, but it is rumored today that he will be replaced by DeSantis. So I don't know. That's all over the news this morning. Started out late last night that there's 6 holdout Republicans. We could probably about guess the names, but there's 6 holdout Republicans that are refusing, that are saying they're not going to vote for Pete Hegseth as defense secretary. So that's big news if that's true. It's rumored right now, but that he is mulling that. It's not been said. It's a rumor, but it's out there quite a bit this morning.
Those people that are out there withholding their votes like that, those are not Republicans. They're Democrats. They're Democrats in all but name. They want to say that they're Republicans so they can jump on the Trump train, but they want the benefits, but they don't want to support him. Hey, don't. Go away. Enough is enough. We're sick of you. They got you right when they called you a rhino.
That's right. And there's a group that have been, critical of the president. They were, probably. And if I knew the names, I don't know if there's names out there. But it's just a number right now. We could probably guess, but because there's that same group that's been, rhino. But they've even joined over at times and joined the Democrats and league against Trump. But they've held on to their seats, or it wasn't time for their seat to be voted on. But we could probably about guess. But today will be, if that's already out there, today will be an important day, because I wouldn't think that he'll either put that to rest or there's truth behind it. But I think what I read is probably true, and I was afraid of this, that 2 or 3 of his that he picked, and one has already stepped back. Matt already stepped back from his because they didn't have the votes. I thought Pete would, I really did, but it looks as though he's going to come up a little short. And, I got nothing against DeSantis being a replacement, but it's a shame for Pete if that's true. DeSantis is highly decorated as a military man too, but it's a shame because Pete wants to serve his nation and has served his nation. And I had
There'll
no
be a
problem with the
law.
pig. I just felt like there would be a big kickback against him. But it is these Republicans, man. Come on, man.
You're not Republicans anymore. Be independents or something. You're not. You're a hindrance. You're not a help. And the American people have already
They're dadgum swamp creatures, man.
yeah, and the American people have spoken. Get off his back. Let him have his picks.
Yeah.
We already voted the man in.
We already knew that the Democrats are going to come against those picks. You know what? Why do you have to join in?
Yeah, let him drain the dabbling swamp. You're a part of the swamp. Quit it.
Pete's not done anything to hinder his nomination or anything. There's nothing hanging out there. I mean, they tried to bring up some marital infidelities and stuff. My gosh, if you took that as the criteria, how many people in Washington would have to step down and go home? I'm not saying that should be something they should do, but if we're going to look back and use that as a criteria on nomination, who in Washington could run? I mean, after all, we're a lot of them had problems like that.
I could think of a few. Nancy Pelosi. I mean, there's no way she's not a virgin. She's completely pure as the driven snow. I'm sorry, that was rude. I just find her utterly unattractive. I'm sorry.
I'm not shocked by the statement. I just thought that was matter of fact. I didn't know that you had to make the disclaimer on it. I mean,
there's another one. Pocahontas herself.
Oh man, what a thought on a hump day.
A hump day here. Do something to get through it. Oh, dude, I had another one too.
Sorry about I'm having a little bit. It's very cold up here, and I don't have the best internet, so I'm hanging in there. So if I disappear a little bit, we're like 23 or below or something. I don't know. It's really cold this morning, and things are moving slow here in North Georgia.
We are at 25 here, so you ain't much better shape.
But it was.
Today is what, Wednesday? I don't have the yesterday.
It's going to be a little colder the next 2 nights, and then I noticed up in it's pretty up in Gatlinburg and that area, Pigeon Forge and all that, and the snow really coming down. By the way, I saw some pictures of that folks took up in Western North Carolina showing, yes, there are people living in tents, and I can imagine how cold they are right now.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
It's 27 here in South Georgia. They ain't no telling what it is up there in the mountains. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I heard them yesterday on the news talking about FEMA needs to fix it. And they had people on there that FEMA, one lady's supposed to hear something back in 10 days. That was in October. And she still hadn't heard back from them. They don't care. They don't care. They're dragging their feet, and I think it's intentional. I think they're trying to forget the folks in Appalachia again, and we're not going to stand for it. We're not going to forget you. We know you're suffering. We know you have problems, and we're going to do our best to keep riding these people and get some help to you. I mean,
did you see what? And again, I'm all for helping people. Let's help our own first. And Biden comes out with all this going on, announces $1 billion in aid to Africa. And these people are having even having a hard time getting the $750 that they were offering. Some of them are even having a hard time getting that in these areas, and some of them have gotten it, but it's $750, dude.
It's not that
He's so insensitive, man. I mean, he knows what's going on. They get up and announce this, throwing money across the seas again. Again, we've helped around the world, and I'm going to have a compassion. I want to help people, but you got to take care of the home team first, man. You cannot do that. But he does. It's just another mark upon this administration of how they just don't care. They just don't care about us, man.
If he sent $1 billion over there, how much did he put in his pocket? I don't believe nothing comes out of that man's mouth. They keep saying, all this stuff here. I mean, come on, man. You
Yeah,
think
come
you
on,
don't know
man.
how much that you get from your family and stuff like that, from your influence peddling and everything else? You think we're stupid? I mean, where did your money come from, Joe? Huh? Joe, no.
Yeah. Well, they
I
definitely
mean,
got rich in office. They weren't that wealthy coming in, career politician,
yeah,
comfortable, not rich, but they're rich now.
yeah.
Pelosi's the one that really she milked it to. I mean, man, they filthy rich.
Well, he ain't like to
But they,
cook. He ain't
all
like to
this
cook.
money that went to Ukraine,
Yeah. How much that
most of it, there's questions whether it even got to the field. I don't doubt Zelensky's question about where did this money go. Some of it say it just did a quick return to the pockets of people here. I don't have any proof of that, but we need a general accounting of where all this money went and has went to Ukraine. I did read a report that some of the Ukraine had pushed some Russian soldiers back. Good for them, because I know they're in a slog, man. I mean, this is just ugly, but it's short lived stuff. That's I wouldn't bet if that wasn't news to just make us think that things are getting better over there. Let's send them some more money. Look, they're pushing them back. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I was at this meeting last night, and all this is in the back of my mind as I'm listening to these people who are making such a difference among high schoolers that, and they were talking about, kids coming to school, and they have places they can take a shower or wash their clothes or get the things that they can't get at home. And we got real problems here. And now there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of people are doing the right thing. It could be drugs. It could be single, parent homes. I don't know all the reasons, but you know what? That kid can't help that, man. That's coming to school and they're, and it's embarrassing. And I appreciate all that they do with the food. We talked about the food bank last night. Once again, I stepped in with my company. My company was mentioned. It made me feel so good. I went up to the food bank and they're found out where I worked and just bragging on us. Well, last night the lady said, "Is there anybody here from?" And I'll say it because I think it's positive to say Shaw Industries. And I raised my hand and just they had just made a donation into their food pantry and stuff of things that they need for these kids that are coming in. But
Wow.
we hear about all this help going overseas, but we have real needs right here, man. There's kids that if they don't eat at school, they don't eat, man. They don't eat. It's just we got real problems, man. The cities are already in bad trouble, but it's reaching out into your suburbs and rural areas as well, where these real problems are. And it just I appreciate all that people are doing to make a difference in their community. I do. And communities and schools is a great. I just learned so much about them. We're gonna highlight them, try to get them on the show. But it just breaks your heart as you hear the stories and stuff of, and it just makes you feel good that when you look at things that they have there for them so that a child can be prepared to go learn. You can imagine, Rob, you're coming to, school and you hear stories that they have no underwear, man. I'm not trying to be graphic, but let's be honest here. They don't have any underwear and they don't have any way to get the products that they need if they're on their monthly cycle or something like that. And they have that at school so these kids can have some, can feel better about themselves and get the things they need and not be embarrassed or ashamed or whatever. And this is not among the poorest areas of our nation. This is an area that's, but it's changing. It's changing quickly, and the numbers have jumped of those families. The poverty level has jumped even in our area, Rob. And it's we just got real problems in America. And I'm all for helping elsewhere. I get it, but you know what? The mission should be USA first, America first. We've got to take care of here, get the problems straightened out. We can't fix everything around the world if we can't even fix the problems here. Come on.
Come on. I mean, why? We elected these people into office, right? We did, the people. The people of this country elected them into office. And we're going to be the one to elect them back into office if they get the opportunity to come back. And you start shoveling all this money overseas, and I don't understand these people that are out there going, "Yay, we have less money! Yay, the people here that need help can't get it! Yay, we're going to send it to Africa. We're going to send it to Ukraine. Whoopee!" And then they're going to complain and gripe when they can't get help.
Yeah, I mean, because and the money he's promising, I don't know if they're creating debt to send that or not. I mean, but it is a shame when you look at the billions of dollars that have left the country and went around the world. And I get it. Sometimes geopolitical things and wars and I get all that. NATO, I get that. It's never going to be zero. I mean, come on, that's not going to happen. But when you say, you know, people are having to write grants and stuff to get help in their community for schools and these real issues. And we're not talking about propping people up. We're just talking about trying to take care of problems here at home. And you know, we can't. And then these some of these same nations, some of them, Rob, some of them, they're flipping us the bird, man, and they hate us. And we're just no way, man.
No. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You said you don't know if it incurred debt. I'm going to tell you right now, it incurred debt. That money didn't go. They may say, "Oh, we didn't borrow any money to send this over there," but they had to borrow money to cover something else because they sent that over there. It incurred debt.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, I'm sure it did. I'm just saying I don't have direct connection to it to know, but. But we know we're creating more and more debt, and the debt clock. Go look at the debt clock. Watch that thing. No. It's like Speedy Gonzales, man. I mean, it's just flying. You know, the old cartoon. But it's sad, and what we're creating for our grandkids and great grandkids and future generations is an utter collapse if we don't start, you know, balancing the budget and reducing debt. And that's for any administration, Trump included.
Yeah.
We just can't keep pushing this off to our future generations. Got to fix it.
I got to come on, man. You want to hear a come on, man?
Yeah.
This prosecutor against Daniel Penny. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's another one. Yeah.
Come on, man. Because she's scary. I think it's a she. Just by her name. Daphne Yoram, come on, man. Push for a reduced punishment for a mugger in Manhattan who killed an 87-year-old woman over $300 in 2019.
Yeah.
Under the concept of restorative justice. What the heck is that? Restorative justice? Okay, you can go do anything you want because you're a certain color. We're gonna restore all of our past sins on because we're not going to punish you as hard as you should have been.
Come on.
And now you're pushing this man on Daniel Penny, who acted in defense of himself and others, and people are thanking him. And you're still going to push this? You are the Gestapo. Come on, man. You're disgusting.
When is that? Is that expected this week? I haven't seen when they expect this decision to come down.
The jury yesterday.
Okay, so maybe today. I knew there was a lot of talk about it last night, and people standing with him all over social media and talking about this prosecutor and some different things. So let's pray. You know, pray for him today. I mean, you know, once again, an American steps up, and everybody there was glad that he stepped up. You know,
yes,
this guy was violent. I mean, you know,
one guy that testified about against the white man.
Yeah,
you're always going to have that, but everybody else was like the women that was on there, the children that was on there, all that. I mean, come on, you know, but he was still alive when the police got there.
Yeah.
You know, so, and if he did kill him, it wasn't on purpose. So here you have this woman right here throwing the hammer, throwing the whole book at Daniel Penny, and go give this other guy who killed an 87-year-old woman over $300 cut him all kind of breaks. Come on.
Again, we need a fix of the justice system in America.
That is.
Hey, Rob, let's run a commercial or two real quick. Couple things we need to get in.
Okay. What we got here?
Funeral home first. I'll get that.
Okay.
Start there.
Start where?
Lane Funeral Home. Their open house. Do you see it, the video? I got it if you don't.
Go ahead.
I got you. We'll be right back, folks. Enough is enough.
Enough's enough. You're going to get us on.
The Southern Fried Podcast wants you to know that Lane Funeral Home, Southcrest Chapel, here in Rossville, Georgia, is going to be having a holiday open house, and you're invited. This open house will be Thursday, December 12th at 9 a.m. Also, light breakfast and door prizes will be available. Remember, you are not alone when moments matter the most. Lane Funeral Home, Southcrest Chapel at 833 Chickamauga Avenue, Rossville, Georgia. The telephone is listed there on the screen. Please plan to attend. Hey folks, Dave in the AM here with the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. For many weeks now, me and Rob have been telling you about our affiliation with Dubby Energy Drinks. I've been drinking some of them on the show, and I just got in today the powder version, and this is the Palm Blom version of this. And hey, I tell you that it gives you the focus and the energy without the jitters or the crash. There's no sugars, no fillers, no artificial dyes. So get you some Dubby today. Use the promo code Southern Fried, and you'll get 10% off each and every order. Not only can you get the energy drinks, but you can also get some cool merch items. In fact, soon we're going to have a hat to show you as an example of some of those things. There's shirts and other things you can get as well as containers to mix up the powder and the water into that you can carry with you. We appreciate your support of the Southern Fried Podcast and also of Dubby Energy Drinks. We'll see you again soon. Take care. And we're back.
We just got one more we got to do.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, Mammoth Nation, we're going to talk about y'all this morning. You know, Mammoth Nation, y'all get out there and vote with your wallets. I think that's the best way to put it. These people are American. These companies are American first. They're veteran run. They're vetted. Y'all come on. Let's start taking our money. Let's spend it here in this country. Enough is enough, people. We don't want to send people over to China and stuff like that. No more money. Let's spend it here. Y'all check out Mammoth Nation. Yeah, y'all go ahead and get that lifetime membership and let's rock and roll this thing. Great products, great people. Let's support them.
Yeah, tonight I think, Rob, let's cover some of the vendors that are part of that. Let's get like 1776, I think, clothing and apparel. I think 1776 apparel. We'll pick out a handful of those and highlight those tonight on the program. Great folks, and I'm glad to be a part of them. I'm a lifetime member. I'm so glad that I was able to do that. I'm blessed to be able to do that and take advantage of the Black Friday special. And I look forward to being a longtime customer of theirs. And so, and as in the commercial, here's the Dubby powder I've got. And I mentioned you can get the containers. I carry this with me every day and love the products, and their business is going well. Appreciate their affiliations. All right. Yeah. Enough is enough. We're fired up. And you're going to be hearing more about the Cornbread Nation, much more. That's why you're seeing that. Cornbread Nation's fixing to make a bigger splash, much bigger. Get ready.
Love our breadheads.
Yes, the Breadhead Nation, the Cornbread Nation, rising up.
Oh my goodness, it is so wonderful to have. You know, Buffett had the parrot heads.
Let's talk a little bit about some. I mean, it's hard. You know, we got to give somebody something to this morning, but on the sports side, looks like Alabama made it in, man. I just saw some headlines of that. So Georgia will be playing Texas, and Texas is talking smack, that they're going to come in and just whop us off the field. Georgia better stand up. But they did get a receiver back. Georgia did. One of theirs that was out and suspended got cleared. He is supposed to be back for the game, so good news for the Dogs there.
Yes.
So much more, this weekend will be a lot of those conference championships, the SEC and different ones. And we'll be talking about that. But it's getting down to this new format, this 12-team playoff. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes when we talk about, we going from this advancing this football, which was 4, and now is going to be 12. So the Georgia-Texas game is at 4 p.m., and that's the SEC. What's else? There's a Penn State and Oregon will also play Saturday at 8 p.m. So there's a couple of the ones that are coming up. But yeah. But look forward to football this weekend in a big way.
Georgia better get their run defense down. They look like
yes,
Pee-wee football players out there. The way that Tech did them, and Tech should have won that game.
And they moved Alabama ahead of Miami, Ole Miss, and South Carolina in their ranking. So, but the rankings were unveiled Tuesday. 3-loss Alabama came in at number 11 ahead of 2-loss Miami, and a pair of 3-loss teams in Ole Miss and South Carolina. So Alabama is right back in the mix there. So interesting. But they say it's because of their record against top 25. So they're making those justifications this morning. But Alabama is the last team in. Miami, the first team out. They're sitting at 12. So we'll see how that goes after this weekend. But interesting. A lot of the conference championships won't have any bearing on that. But there's other games that could be considerations. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's not really going to have any bearing on it. But there's a bye week in there. There's an off week in there if you win your title game. So that's going to be.
Yeah, it's important to win it. Well, bragging rights too. Who wants to get thumped? I mean, you go in and you want to win that thing. I mean, that's what I would want to do.
I just hope the Georgia team that played Texas last time shows up again this time. And not this team that showed up last week. My goodness. Why can't Georgia go in ready to play? I mean,
I don't know.
They
get slow started.
Half, and then they're a whole different team. They didn't even do that last week. They went to the last half of the last quarter.
They just need to come out in the first quarter and tell the team that it's the third quarter. Start the game. It's not the first quarter. It's the third quarter. It's a halftime speech. And then when they get to halftime, they'll say, this is the overtime speech, and just keep hammering, because Georgia fires it up late in the third, all the fourth, and into overtime and 2-point conversions and all that. They just need to start the game like it's the end of the game. Good grief.
That they're like Andre the Giant and the Princess Bride. I just want you to feel that you are doing well. Come on, Georgia. Play 4 quarters. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. It's 1 hour. Y'all train for this. Y'all practice for this. Play for 4 quarters. A little bit extra if you have to, but play for 4 quarters. If y'all play for 4 quarters, you won't have to worry about this overtime mess. Make me stroke.
That's right. Absolutely right.
8 overtimes. I'd have stroked out, Dave. I've done thrown something through the TV and everything else. There ain't no way. Come on, man. Don't do that to me. Enough's enough. Georgia, play for an hour. Come on, 4 quarters. Get me all ripped up this morning. Made me talk about Fannie Davis.
I know.
Whatever her name was, prosecutor for Daniel Penny and everything. Got me talking about some ugly stuff this morning. You can't talk about it.
That just kind of makes your day, don't it?
Well, you start your day off talking about ugly. Your whole day's ugly. I mean, come on, give me a break. Come on, man. Just saying. And I don't want to be ugly or nothing like that. But they say beauty is skin deep. And that is absolutely right. Beauty is only skin deep. And you can be the prettiest thing on the outside, but the inside be just ugly and rancid. Uh, that just is what it is. And there's people like that on both sides of the aisle. And uh, I guess I notice more on the other side of the aisle because I really just think that they're toxic. AOC is one of these people. She's a pretty woman, but she is ugly on the inside. She hasn't done nothing for her area that she represents. All she does is sit up there and point her finger at everybody else and judges them and tells them what they should be doing and how they should be doing it. But don't look at what's going on in my neck of the woods and how it's turned into like a third world country. And they're talking about the prostitutes and stuff walking all over the streets. Don't worry about that. They have to do what they have to do. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Well, that means you don't have to govern. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to. You're just gaining attention for yourself and getting votes. I mean, but the people the people there though, they keep voting them in. So I mean, what do you do? I'm not saying everybody. There are definitely people that vote against them, but there's people who support them no matter what. So
what we ought to do is put a fence up around that area and hang a sign on it that says, please close gate when you leave so the livestock doesn't get out because they're sheep. They're sheep.
I understand.
You like that reference, didn't you? You thought I was going somewhere else, I guess, but they're sheep. You don't want them getting out. Did I say that here out loud on Hump Day? Did I just?
You did.
Oh, you voted for it.
You did.
Oh my goodness, and that's what it just kills me. They'll get on there and they'll complain about her. And they'll complain about she's not doing that. Well, you voted for it. Oh. I'm going to have fun with that for a while. That just hit me. I'm not done with the bad thing. No. Oh. Here's another good one. I saw this yesterday. This is amazing. All right. Hunter Biden. We're going to go back to him. Okay. He owes over $300,000 in unpaid rent. He's using the Secret Service to keep the landlord out. The landlord can't go knock on his door. Secret Service like, the landlord's here to get his rent. Tackling. Here he comes, tackling. Next time we really need to take him out. We just hey, line up the shot. Get it lined up now. This is the path they'll take next time too. I'm just saying, come on. Well, you're not going to prison. You might as well go ahead and pay your $300,000 of bank rent. I don't know who his landlord is, but
I'm wondering how many trucks will be backed up to the. I'm ready for the trucks to back up, and start loading Biden stuff up, and not the people stuff, but I'm ready for the moving trucks to be backed up, I think we get 2 men in a truck or something to show up and start loading some stuff up, You think? I'd volunteer. Wouldn't you volunteer, Rob? Come in with a MAGA hat. All right, let's load up. I got some boxes. Let's go. We got totes.
You know what would be amazing? And they probably need to do this. You know how when you leave Walmart or Costco and stuff like that, they have somebody there to check the receipt? They need to have someone sitting there as they're carrying their stuff out to check through and make sure they're not sneaking anything out.
Exactly. Metal detectors going off, searching through the stuff. It's like for everyday Americans having to go through the TSA, have the pat down going on, got the wand going up and down their body, I'm sorry, Joe. We're going to have to send you to the private room over here. We've got to do a further pat down of you, a strip search maybe, to make sure you're not carrying out something, Joe.
I can just see him going to the thing. But Jill said this was mine.
It's mine. It's mine. I rub it. It's mine. I caress it. I hold it. He has his little favorite blanket, and he's carrying out. It's my blankie.
I don't want it. You used my favorite squirt bottle. It was so good. I don't care if it's been here for 200 years. I like it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get me going again.
Oh, there needs to be a investigation into their all their financial bank accounts, savings, investments. Just make sure.
Yeah. Here's another good part of that story of the no rent thing. Hunter was a tenant in our Venice, California. Didn't pay rent for a year. Tried to pay with art made from his own feces.
Yeah. He's quite the artist, he's just in great demand. Joe says, "Hey, you need to buy my boy's art, It's crap. It's made of crap. It's crap art.
It's crappy. Stop it.
You've heard of the starving artist? Now you got the crappy artist.
I knew he was going there. I tried to stop him. He's going to kill me this morning. I can.
Oh.
You always try to give me your crappiest work. Oh.
I love it.
Killing me small. Oh.
Oh, it's hump day, We're getting ready for hump day news tonight. It's always a crazy day for us and things that we cover. It's just started in the morning.
Out of all the things that you can make art out of, I quite think that poo would be one of the worst things that you could ever use. I mean, who takes media to that brand of art? And who would want to display it in their house? Oh, it's pretty, but it's a real piece of crap.
You've heard of those people, and I've seen this done on pieces of art or even like on guitars and stuff, and it's kind of become popular. I find it morbid, but people that take their own blood and they put it into the mixture of art and they paint with it, and it's like, you've got their, like, I don't know, DNA or whatever, I don't know, but instead of blood, Hunter used crap.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Hunter, we're gonna need a stool sample. We've got to make we're gonna make you some new black number 9. Brown.
Hey, we don't like this color. Lay off the corn.
Oh, man. What a thought on a hump day.
Oh. Next week you need to eat more beets. So we get a deep, rich, full color.
At the end of some of those funny movies, they always have that, what happened in the, when after 10 years, 20 years later, whatever, they became director of some or whatever. It's funny to project what would Hunter, what will he become? I mean, dad's out of office. You know, he's done. His artwork's going to dry up.
I've lost you.
We're back. I'm sorry. It's I don't have the best Wi-Fi this morning, but his artwork sales are going to dry up, and what's to become of Hunter? I mean, you know, he blows through money really quickly, so it's not like he's going to have endless amounts of money. But I just wonder what is going to happen for him. You know, they always said that what was it, Chelsea? You know, they were trying to turn her into some sort of politician. Wasn't going to happen. Nobody ever wanted that. Her as a politician. They're done with the Clintons, and she thought she was going to ride their name into the office. No, not going to happen. It's not going to happen for him either. I mean, I don't.
Yes. Oh,
He'll become an info commercial guy in the middle of the night. That's amazing.
you know, we were discussing how there were going to be certain people happy after the election, even though they would never admit it. Okay. And I know this is going back to Hunter's artwork, but can you imagine the relief that these people have that they don't have to buy any more of Hunter's art?
Oh yeah, you know they're being obligated. Like, come on, please buy one more piece. We really need to keep him afloat right now. I mean, you know, he's doing good. Let's not rock the boat. I mean, he's shaved. He's got his hair combed. I mean, there's no powder under his nose. I mean, he's clear of mind. I mean, he's doing good. You got to buy some more of this artwork, though. I mean, I know it's crappy art, but you know, come on, $500,000 not too much to ask to keep him on the right track. You know, and that'll all be over.
And they're all like, dude, my house already smells. Quit. I can't put another piece in there. I won't be able to stand to live there anymore.
Yeah. I could see him on QVC in the middle of the night in a couple of years. The Hunter Biden art collection.
It could be yours for $19.99.
We have a truckload. You know, we just got a discount. We're marking these down. It's your QVC 3 a.m. in the morning special.
Your QVC wholesale pricing special.
And the number one issue is, and we've got photos too. They've got photos blowed up of him with that necktie on and his underwear. That's going to, you know, he's doing like that. I mean, that's going to, you know, that'll be the $21.95.
He'll be sliding through on his socks. Na, 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 na.
Risky business, baby.
All this can be yours for $19.99.
The Hunter, hey, I got it. The Hunter Biden laptop series.
Guaranteed to only break down once at the end of his career. But we have the perfect repairman for you.
We do. He lives in Pennsylvania. Boy, they tried to destroy that man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, God bless him. I'm glad he did it. Hey, and this guy here was partisan. He doesn't care, you know, if you're Democrat or Republican.
He didn't. But I hope President Trump brings him up and has him at some point.
How to get back in touch with him. And,
Americans owe him a debt of gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Well, Daddy wiped that out. So it don't matter.
Hillary killed the Blackberries. They tried to swap the laptop.
They're tech killers, dude. Hillary killed the BlackBerry. He kept trying to do away with laptops. And what's next, you know? Give me that Kindle. We got to do away with it.
And Fonnie Willis is trying to do away with paperwork.
Yeah.
We don't. What are you talking about? We don't have nothing.
Her name's not Fonnie, it's Fanny. I'm quite sure it's
I love the way Trump would go, Fanny.
Pelosi.
He does not. People don't realize they always give him a hard time. He don't know how to pronounce somebody's name. He does it on purpose.
Yeah, he does.
He's not stupid. He knows how to pronounce these names. It's like China. He knows how to pronounce it right. He does it on purpose.
Or just to give
Kamala.
Kamala.
He plays the media, and they just never get it.
Can you move this?
Yeah.
That's sad. It's sad that they don't get it. They should.
Oh Lord.
We're getting photobombed.
Photobombed again.
Just be glad it's not a Spock. Because you have to be Spock in a sock. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible. Good morning, Kaylee. We see you out there.
Say hi to your granddaughter.
Well,
Hello.
I'm
I'm saying,
Oh,
Put you on the show.
as one granddaughter with another granddaughter on the phone saying hi to everybody on the Southern Fried Podcast. It was kind of hard to see. It was real quick, but
What? I wanted to call my sister while I go to school.
okay.
Why?
Well, you call your sister.
Oh, my feet are cold.
they are. There's a very interesting article on Fox this morning, and you'll like this. I know you like this movie. I know I did. 5 Wild Ways Democrats have embraced the Monty Python strategy of politics. And it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The new motto for the far left should be "Run away" in all of its Monty Python glory. It's just a bunny. Attack! Ah! Run away! Run away! I'm sorry. Oh, leftists have been playing X. I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
Oh, so they ran away from that. But now they're trying to escape from MSNBC after what's his name and his wife went to visit with Trump. Their viewership is seeing a 48% decline. Wow. And from MSNBC too, they're leaving the U.S., leave for 4 more years. They're like, run away.
I still like Trump's quote, hell to pay to Hamas if the hostages aren't released.
Yes. And you're going to do it too. Yeah,
Say it like you mean it, baby.
Yeah.
Let our people go.
Netanyahu liked it too. I'm sorry. Netanyahu, every time I say his name, I think we'll go, Netanyahu. But Netanyahu, he liked the fact that Trump put the blame where it was supposed to be instead of on the Israelis. That was the cool thing there. But I'm sorry, Netanyahu. Don't do that to me on the Wednesday morning when I've already helped myself out. I'm already getting on people. That's
Yes.
Thank you. I did that to myself, I think. Yeah. All right, so yeah, wait a minute, too.
Folks, be sure to join us tonight for Hump Day News, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, we will continue these discussions and have some more. And I promise I'll try to be back on my A game tonight. I got a case of the shoelace this morning. I can't help it. Not my fault. It's your fault.
Some crazy news tonight on the show.
Oh, what we got?
Well, it's the Biden effect.
I can do it now. Oh, we've lost him. We've lost Dave. Oh, my goodness. Dave, come back. Come back, Dave. You can do it. Come on, Dave. Oh. Come on, Dave. Come back. You can do it, Dave. We've lost Dave. He's got to come back. Oh, no. Well, that's sad. He'll be missed. I love Dave. We've lost him. Well, y'all have a great day out there on this hump day. Y'all like, follow, and subscribe. Throw it on the floor, kick it around, scrape it up, put it on the plate. You know what you do. And like you order hash browns at Waffle House. But yeah, we appreciate all the likes, follows, and subscribes that we get. And they're very important to us. We don't do this for that, but I mean, lets us know how we're doing. We hope y'all enjoy the day. Have a great hump day. And get out there and just hammer down and do you right. All right. All you Cornbread Nation and Breadheads, we salute you. All the fans of the Southern Fried Podcast, we salute you as well. Y'all have a great and wonderful day, and we will see you here tonight on Hump Day News. I ain't no telling what'll be on here tonight. I'm sorry, we've been a little off chain this morning, but it'll be all right. We got this. All right. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Salute. Oh, I got to do all this stuff over here now. Oh, we got this. We got this. Boom. Well, I thought we had this. There we go.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.